I am John Nikolai with the rescue organization Punks for Pussies. This little girl is Azriel Ariup Isabel Baker DeBell. I very desperately need your help in the days ahead. Far more importantly, 6 little kittens very desperately need your help. They are homeless on the property of a local business in Van Nuys, California, not 10 minutes from where I live, called Easy Storage. There's been a colony of cats on that property for over 10 years. That business has been preventing them from getting food and water. They don't want the cats there. Today is September 11th, 2020. I am standing in front of the Easy Storage Company in Van Nuys off of Sepulveda Boulevard. Last month, a man that I know who was putting out food and water for the cats, the homeless cats that live on this property, was pepper sprayed by one of the security guards. He will not speak about this on camera. He does not want his name to be known. He did go to the police and did not follow up with it. He is afraid of repercussions. I heard about the kittens on the property from a man who's been feeding them for 11 years, the cats on that property. He alerted me to the fact that there are kittens that were recently born on this property that are of the age that they can be taken off of this property and they can still be gotten into good homes. They're not feral yet. They can be domesticated and have good, safe, happy lives, not living in a storage facility where the people that run this property have made it very clear they do not like cats. I was told about these kittens. I needed to rent a storage space. I came to this company to rent a storage space and mentioned that I would like to rescue the kittens. They told me they would not rent to me. And I called today to try to speak to somebody about getting the kittens to safety, and they hung up on me. Some witch who answers the phone told me, why don't you call the cops? Clearly, she knows that the cops aren't going to do anything. And they are very, very clearly not concerned about the fact that there are cats and kittens on this property that need to be rescued, that need to be fixed, and they have been really freaking nasty, clearly. I'm going to speak to this man who has been feeding the cats for... How long have you been feeding the cats? He wants to remain off camera.
Since 2009.
And your name is?
David.
And can you please tell me about the homeless cats and kittens on this property currently? How many there are?
There are approximately about 18 adult cats and approximately 6 or 7 of them that are not fixed.
Tell me about the babies. How many babies are there on this property that need to be rescued?
There are 7. 5 new ones I discovered just a few days ago, but they are eating food. They won't let me put food on the property, so I've been having to throw the bowls of food to them between the fence and the wall in the back. And there's 2 others that are here that haven't been trapped, that are a little bit older. They're probably about 3 months to 4 months old, and they're bigger, but they're still not big enough to get up on the wall to get to the food. The wall in the back of their property is their property, but the only way for me to get food to these other kittens is to throw food to them in bowls between the wall and the chain link fence on top of the wall. And they keep throwing it back. The security guard keeps picking up and throwing it back. On the freeway side, they don't want food on the property or water. In fact, the other day I found a client inside who put water down for me. He actually put it under the storage container where the cats live and the kittens live, and the security guard saw this and he went and picked up the water and threw it away, threw it over the wall in the back when it was 115 degrees that day. They don't want them to have food or water There are 3 female adult cats that I know need fixing, 1 male cat that I know needs fixing, and then there's 2 other cats here that I don't know if they're male or female.
Okay, so how many adults are on this property that need to be fixed?
I think it's 6.
Okay. All right. So again, I'm in front of Easy Storage in Van Nuys, who have very, very clearly showed a complete disregard for the safety and well-being of these cats, as well as the fact that if not taken care of, they will continue to reproduce. These animals, which they obviously do not like and do not care about, will just continue to breed on their property. You know, inbreeding might be all right for some of the employees at Easy Storage and their, say, parents, grandparents, whatever, but it's not what those kittens deserve, so.
Been a real challenge trying to get them food and water.
And they're aware of the fact, not only from me, but from you, that there are kittens that need to be rescued on this property, correct?
They are aware of it, yes.
Okay, so they have been extremely nasty and hostile, is that correct?
That's correct.
That's correct.
To me, they're very, very antagonistic towards me. They despise me, and they don't like the fact that I feed these cats here because they don't want the cats on their property.
All right, so would you say that they're somewhat antagonistic and against the cats on this property?
They're against me, and they're taking it out on the cats.
Okay, here's the short end of it. There are kittens on this property that are young and young enough to be gotten out of here and into good, loving homes. They will not allow me to come onto the property to rescue them. I tried to speak to them very politely, and they have been very, very nasty. It's easy to be an asshole and to ignore homeless cats and kittens on your property, unless somebody decides that you should be held accountable for it. Maybe 100 somebodies, and you start getting calls about it. Then you kind of have to deal with it, don't you, you pricks? Thank you for listening. I've had a very hard time getting this video done, and I regret that it's taken so long because time is of the essence for these kittens. They need to be gotten off of that property into a rescue, foster homes, or if no one else will take them, I will keep them here and get them into those homes as fast as I can. The problem is, again, that these assholes at EZ have been incredible pricks with absolutely no regard for the safety or well-being of these animals. So if you will call them, if they get 100 phone calls and people tell them these cats need to get out of there, the kittens, and the adults that need to get fixed, something will happen. I'm one voice. I need help. I need backup. Rescues. For God's sake, please help me. Please help me to get these cats and kittens out of there. It's a pandemic. It's a very fucked up world right now. One thing that hasn't changed is that kittens are still kittens. These furry, adorable, helpless little creatures that we saw on the cover of Golden books when we were kids. That's what we're dealing with. They treat them as vermin that should be deprived of food, water, attention, and help, assistance. They don't want them there yet. They are being belligerent assholes. Please help me. Please let them know that it is inappropriate to be belligerent assholes when the safety of cats and kittens is at stake. Easy. Again, I'm telling you, you have been belligerent assholes. Not appropriate where these little lives are concerned. People, please help me. Call these pricks. Let them know that there's a deadline. Those cats and kittens, the kittens belong in good homes. Thank you. Please call this number and let them know you expect these kittens will be out of there in a week.